Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tronics Pro YouTube channel. Today is day 4. Yesterday, yet again, was a complete write-off. We did have some good fish, as you've seen at a 16.7 £7. Trying to get it on camera is near impossible. With the winds, me and Wayne were trying to film, but the rod stands were getting blown over. Today, the winds are up to 40 to 45 miles an hour, so it was just trying to get out of the winds. Yesterday, the groups did catch a lot of fish, but most of the fish between 2 and 4 pound. Obviously I had the biggest one at 16.7. There was an 8 to 9 pound ling caught, and then bits and bobs. But today we woke up and the conditions are treacherous. The roads are, the wind conditions are, so we decided now we've went on to Navionics and just trying to find shelter out of the wind. Wayne and Uncle Phil have dropped them back onto Bessica because they want to try that again, but it's a bit sheltered. But where we fishing, really we squeezed 4 on it yesterday, but really it's generally only a 2 fish mark. So I've dropped them back on it. I've gone on to Navionics and I've come round to the next fjord. And believe it or not, and I'll show you in a minute how nice the Norwegians are. We drove down, there's a big jetty in the middle of one of the fjords. I spoke to the owners because it's private land. Would it be possible if I come down here and done a bit of fishing on the jetty? More than helpful. They said yes, no problem. Even if we needed warm water, to call up to their house and they would give them to us if we needed it for a brew or anything. But yeah, spot on. But what I'll do is now, I can't believe what we've actually walked into. It's amazing. It's like home from home. We've got you just pan you round. We've got set up here and they said we're more than welcome to use it. It's like a barbecue, full seated area for us, completely out of the wind. And there we got it then, with our rod set up on their own private jetty. And they're more than happy to get it. We just cross fingers that we can get some fish straight out in front of us. As you can see, it's 156 foot of water, and it slowly rises up then to 20 foot, and then underneath the jetty is full of little small cold fish. But yeah, we've managed to get some out of the wind, so cross fingers it'll produce. Probably we'll fish for, you know, halibut and that, which we're not supposed to keep them, but in the daytime and bits and bobs. But I think this will work when the lights go out. But yeah, unbelievable little find. Yeah, so when you do come to Norway, always just jump on your Navionics and have a look around to see, you know, for deep water, is there a jetty there? But make sure you always ask the landowners, can you get on there first? But they're brilliant, fair play to them. Yeah, I think we found a little jewel. Right everyone, welcome back. We've got a bit of time now to kill, because it's been quite slow fishing in the day. So what I'm going to do is I've been trying to catch a specimen dab out there for over 2 pound. So what I'm going to do is I'll run you quickly through my dab rig, which I use out here, and also what I use place fishing in the UK. I started playing around with the rig about 8 years ago, and I come up with it now, and it seems to work for me all the time. Obviously, when I was fishing with Wayne and the show hunter, I used it there and caught quite a few place. The good thing is about it, if you are fishing like a place like Chesil and that, and it's heavy with crab, you can and they do snip you off. You can just, with this rig. It is a clip down rig, but you can just simply tie a hook on because the way it's configured and set up. So as you can see, I've got a casting clip which clips onto my main line. Coming off there, I've got a bead, a swivel and a bit of tubing to push it away, and that comes down then to my first snud. This is 20 pound blackout. My rig body is Xenon 70 pound, and that goes down then to beads. And I've got a small spinner blade in the middle on a clavicle. If you're trying to do it, I find the clavicle helps it spin better in the water. But in the UK, especially around the Solent area, yellow beads I find better. And then that goes down to your main line, which is your 70 pound, as you can see, to another bead. And then I've got a crimp. Then I've got an up and over clip. And then I've got a spring and another clip there to stop it. And that goes down then to the other configuration. As you can see, I got the show clasped hybrid lead on it. Either side of that is a bead trapped with a 100 pound swivel. And then if you can see on there, I got the angel clip. I get these made by an engineer in work with me. Coming, as you can see then, it's fleas. Then I've got another 80 pound swivel, another bit of tubing to kick it off. And then I got 4 foot then of blackout down to a configuration of bead with the spinner blade tapped in the middle there. I'll try and clip it up here. If my assistant can put his hand in here for me. Can you hold that there, Steve, so I can show how it clips up. So as you can see, it'll be hanging on your rod like that. Just hold it up there, Steve. So your bottom snud doesn't help, but it's -10 and my hands are freezing. Comes up over the clip and it goes down to the angel clip, like so. But when you're doing the hooks on the angel clip, make sure the hooks are facing the same way. So as you can see, it's like that. They cast like an absolute bullet. When you are fishing it, so try and use tide. But yeah, that's an amazing. It casts tremendous, and you can see it's all streamlined. And when it breaks down in the water, then you've got the double pulley system. And what I find is, then if you hook a flatfish on one of them, it tends to move your line, and then obviously, as you know, place like a traction, and then the other snud will start moving. But yeah, absolutely brilliant rig. I've caught so many place on it, and hopefully you can catch some place on it. Thank you. Hello everyone. Obviously, once since I showed you the last place video, the rig, my right down rod, the blackout, I've been fishing out over into this lovely little bay here, and to keep us ticking over, it's been dab after dab after dab. Nothing massive, that's why I haven't brought you back, but this one's proper bent right over, so cross fingers, it's a 2 pound dab we're after. I don't think this is a dab. I think it's either a haddock or a codlin, unfortunately. But yeah, it's been quite prolific on the small hooks, ticking over while the big baits are out there. The issue we have been having here is so deep in front of us. If you cast over 100 yards, it's just hagfish, and I mean loads of them. But cross fingers. Oh, it's a double shot. That's lovely. I wish you could see it coming up through the clear water. Oh, it's a double shot of codlin, Steve. As you can see, everyone, I was trying to catch you a nice dab on TV, but the issue we're getting is obviously codlin. Any small baits, not they are hooving it up, but I'll keep persevering to see if I can get the lucid 2 pound dab. But yeah, these are keeping us ticking over quite nicely. Cheers. As you can see at this stage, believe it or not, my microphone's actually batteries just give up. They're supposed to last 10 hours, but in the weather conditions we're out, they were lasting about 2 hours. But the fishing picked up, and it was quite, we were quite busy. Most of the cod between 2 and 3 pound. We did have a couple of small haddock in between there, but then obviously this was a bit more of a weightier fish, which most of the fish were coming from that bay to the right hand side where I was casting. If you cast it straight out, the hagfish had moved in, and your bait would again destroyed by them. And as most people know, once hagfish leave, they slime all over your hooks, and they're no good to use again until you take them back and wash them in warm water. But as you can see, it wasn't a bad fight, the fish. We'll get it in a minute. It fights quite well all the way into the side. But I had to take my time because I only had, as you've seen on the rig I showed you, I only had side ones on. I brought it into the side, and once it's in, we can have a look at it. As you can see, everyone, there's a cod about £4 and a small little haddock which I brought in. After looking back at it, then we thought it's time to move now. There's too many small fish, so then we decided to move over to Sandberg Pier, where we'll be joining you next for some more fishing. Hello everyone, we've moved on now to our second mark. The last mark we were on where we were trying to catch that specimen dab, cod between £2 and £3 were just relentless. So we thought it was a bit cruel because a lot of them were dying, so we packed up here, moved to another mark. But as we were coming over the top of the mountain, believe it or not, it's gone from snow to minus 30, whatever it is, to absolutely pouring down with about 45 miles an hour wind. So we dropped back on the Sandberg Pier, stuck the rods out. We were in here trying to have a warm, and my rod bent over. But we can see now how bad Norway is. You don't want to be a small fish out here. Believe it or not, there's my foam rackle rig which we showed you, and there's a cod of about £1. I had a small bite, so I thought nothing of it. Excuse me for bending down. But then this monstrosity, just weighed an £11 cod, come over, and that was actually in his mouth with the foam rackle rig. It's unbelievable, the size of that fish compared to that one, and he tried to eat him. But yeah, that's Norway for you. We're going to keep on fishing. I don't know how long we can stick this for, because we've been out now for 10 hours, and it is just atrocious, Stephen. It's absolutely terrible. But we'll keep on trying. Hopefully we can catch that big fish, but personally I think that we'll be calling it now in an hour or two. Thank you.